Buddy Hield may not be the loudest name in the NBA, but behind his laid-back smile lies a lifestyle dripping in luxury. From gritty courts in the Bahamas to multi-million-dollar mansions in the U.S., his rise is paved with speed, style, and smart money. His net worth stretches into the tens of millions, but Hield isn't just spending, he's building. Still, in a world obsessed with flash, how does a quiet shooter like Buddy balance opulence with humility? And what secrets are tucked inside the life of basketball's Bahamian baller? Let's find out. 1. From Freeport streets to NBA penthouse dreams. Born and raised in 8 Mile Rock, Grand Bahama, Buddy Hield didn't grow up with silver spoons or private jets. His childhood was carved from resilience, faith, and a single dream: to make it to the NBA. His mother, Jackie Brannon, raised 7 children on her own, juggling multiple jobs and pushing Buddy to believe that hard work would always beat privilege. As a teenager, he built makeshift hoops with milk crates and battled older kids for court time. In the heat of the Bahamian sun, his shot began to sharpen, relentless, precise, deadly. By 16, his skills couldn't be ignored. A high school scholarship in the United States offered him a one-way ticket out of poverty, and he took it. At Sunrise Christian Academy in Kansas, Buddy stood out not for flair, but for focus. He didn't chase the spotlight, he chased the grind. Then came Oklahoma University, where he transformed from a quiet import into a national star. His senior year was electric: 22 points per game, a Wooden Award finalist, and the heart of a deep NCAA tournament run. By 2016, Buddy's name was called 6th overall in the NBA draft by the New Orleans Pelicans. It was the beginning of something massive, and the boy who once slept under a leaky roof was suddenly signing contracts worth $94 million. Penthouse dreams? Buddy was dreaming bigger. 2. The $94 million man, Buddy Hield, isn't just an NBA player. He's one of the highest-paid sharpshooters in the league. In 2019, he inked a 4-year deal with the Sacramento Kings worth $94 million, loaded with incentives that reward performance and precision. The same deadly accuracy that made him a college star was now cashing checks with 7 zeros. But Buddy didn't blow it, he studied it. Before most rookies knew what to do with their first big paycheck, he was already talking about investments, real estate, and long-term returns. That's not to say he didn't enjoy the spoils. He did, but every dollar had a purpose. He upgraded his life, not just his lifestyle. A personal chef, a customized fitness team, a financial advisor who spoke his language, wealth with longevity. Hield even started mentoring younger players, telling them not to fall for the usual traps: fast cars, faster friends, and financial freefall. Yet still, he enjoyed the flex. Courtside chains, a Rolex or 2, designer threads. He just didn't advertise it. For Buddy, the millions weren't about proving he made it. They were about proving he belonged. Because for a kid from the Bahamas who grew up watching his mom stretch every dollar, $94 million wasn't just life-changing, it was generational. 3. Inside the mansion that hard work built. Hidden in a quiet suburb of Dallas, Texas, far from the chaos of Hollywood or Miami, sits the centerpiece of Buddy Hield's success. A multi-million-dollar mansion that screams understated power. High gates guard the entrance, palm trees line the circular driveway, and behind the doors lies a life few have ever seen. The mansion sprawls over 10,000 square feet. Inside, the air is cool and clean, the aesthetic sleek but soulful. Modern furnishings meet Caribbean textures. There's a Bahamian flag stitched into the theater room wall. A signed jersey from Kobe hangs in the gym. The kitchen? Custom-built. Granite everything. Smart appliances. Even the pantry is organized with precision, just like his jump shot. Upstairs, the master suite is a sanctuary of solitude. Floor-to-ceiling windows overlook a backyard so massive it houses a pool, a basketball half-court, and a guest house used for family who frequently visit from the islands. But the soul of the mansion is Buddy's trophy room. Not just trophies, moments. His Oklahoma jersey, the ball from his first NBA game, photos of his mother standing courtside, tears in her eyes. For Buddy, this house isn't a flex, it's a timeline, a blueprint, a reminder of every drop of sweat, every night he slept hungry, and every shot he took when no one believed he'd make it. 4. Supercars, speed, and statement rides. Pull up to Buddy Hield's driveway on the right day, and you'll think you've stumbled into a private auto show. The Bahamian-born sniper has developed a quiet passion for horsepower, a love affair with machines that speak the language of speed and control, and like his shooting form, every car in his collection is precise, bold, and undeniably powerful. The centerpiece? A matte black Lamborghini Urus, equal parts aggression and elegance. Customized interior, forged rims, subtle Bahamian color accents stitched into the seats. It's more than a car, it's a symbol, a message to the world that Buddy Hield didn't just make it, he arrived, roaring. Next to it sits a candy-red Ferrari 488 GTB, a machine capable of 0 to 60 in just over 3 seconds. It's sleek, sexy, and rarely seen outside of private viewings. Buddy doesn't cruise this one through traffic. It's saved for the nights he needs to feel weightless. But his collection isn't just European exotica. He owns a vintage 1970 Chevrolet Chevelle, restored to pristine condition. It was a passion project, inspired by long drives in the Bahamas with his uncle. For Buddy, it's less about status, more about sentiment. There's also a white Rolls-Royce Wraith with a starlight ceiling, reserved for special nights out, and a few customized SUVs for team travel and family visits. Buddy rarely flaunts these rides on social media. You won't see constant flexes or loud posts. But when he turns the ignition and that engine growls, it's his way of saying, "I worked for this." Every mile is proof. 5. Luxury with a Bahamian soul. Despite his multi-million-dollar lifestyle, Buddy Hield remains deeply tethered to his roots. The Bahamas isn't just where he's from, it's still who he is. And in every corner of his luxury life, that island influence lingers. Inside his Dallas mansion, touches of home are everywhere. Mahogany furniture shipped straight from Freeport. Ocean blue art pieces curated by Bahamian artists. A personal shrine that honors his late grandfather sits beside a portrait of his mother. The scent of Caribbean spice wafts from the kitchen, where his chef still uses recipes passed down from Buddy's childhood. Even his private wardrobe room tells the story. Among the designer jackets and custom-tailored suits are straw hats and island linens, pieces he wears with pride on off days or when visiting home. He often speaks in interviews about how he doesn't just carry the Bahamas with him, he represents it. He built a court back home. He donates to local programs. He returns often, not to escape fame, but to recharge in truth. Hield's lifestyle isn't about forgetting where he came from, it's about elevating it. He's introduced Bahamian cuisine to NBA locker rooms, helped island youth gain access to training equipment, and every time he steps on the court, he plays not just for himself, but for a country hungry to see one of their own shine. Luxury hasn't diluted his roots, it's amplified them. 6. Family, faith, and financial firepower. Beneath the fame, the fortune, and the Ferrari engines lies a man powered by faith and family. Buddy Hield may spend millions, but he never strays far from his core, and that's what makes his wealth feel different. Intentional, grounded, unshakable. His mother, Jackie, remains his emotional anchor. Even today, she manages parts of his affairs, offering wisdom that no financial advisor can match. She survived raising 7 children on faith alone, and now she watches her son invest not just in assets, but in people. Buddy funds scholarships. He builds homes in his community, and he quietly supports relatives back in the Bahamas with medical bills, education costs, and stability. His philosophy is simple. If he rises, everyone rises with him. He tithes. He prays before games. He consults with pastors before major life decisions. To him, money is a tool, but God is the plan. He doesn't chase fame. He embraces responsibility. And when it comes to finance, Buddy is anything but careless. He's worked closely with wealth advisors to build an investment portfolio that spans across real estate, international ventures, and tech startups. His team is small, trusted, and loyal. The headlines may show the highlight reels, the contracts, the luxury, but what they often miss is the structure behind it all, the faith-driven, family-fortified foundation that ensures Buddy Hield doesn't just have wealth, he keeps it. 7. Brand deals, business moves, and money playbooks. Buddy Hield may be known for draining threes on the court, but off it, he's making equally calculated shots into business, branding, and long-term legacy. While he's not the face of the NBA like a LeBron or Giannis, he's carved out something arguably more valuable: independence. Early in his career, Hield signed endorsement deals with Nike. But unlike many of his peers, he didn't jump at every sponsorship offer. He was selective, choosing brands that aligned with his values: resilience, humility, and consistency. His deal with Nike evolved into custom PEs, player exclusives, often adorned with Bahamian motifs, setting him apart from the standard sneaker rotation. But apparel wasn't the endgame. Buddy moved into ownership. He partnered with fitness and wellness brands catering to high-performance athletes, some still under wraps due to NDAs. Insiders whisper about his investment in a sports recovery tech startup, rumored to be courting big names in the NBA and NFL. Real estate, however, is his cornerstone. Beyond his Dallas mansion, Buddy reportedly owns rental properties in Oklahoma, Sacramento, and Florida, many targeted toward athletes and entertainers seeking privacy and premium amenities. He doesn't flaunt these ventures. He funds them, grows them, and lets the returns speak for themselves. And then there's the mentorship. Buddy now advises younger players on finances, brand control, and the dangers of lifestyle inflation. He's become a low-key player whisperer in NBA circles. The shooter who once had nothing now shoots for legacy. And the money playbook? It's working. Quietly, brilliantly, and on his terms. 8. Quiet wealth, loud legacy. Buddy Hield doesn't need paparazzi. He doesn't need viral headlines or club appearances to validate his lifestyle. His wealth isn't loud, but it's everywhere. In the cars that roar to life behind secured gates, in the mansion that stands like a monument to discipline, in the family he's lifted, the country he carries, the game he still loves. This is a man who plays with joy and lives with purpose. His days begin with gratitude. His nights end in strategy. While the NBA celebrates flash, Buddy has chosen structure, substance, stillness in the chaos. His legacy won't be built just on stats. It'll be remembered through scholarships that carry his name, through Bahamian kids who grow up knowing their dreams are possible, through business ventures that outlast his playing years. For every shot he hits on the court, there's a move off the court echoing louder. And the real flex? He doesn't need to post about it, because Buddy Hield has already won. Not just the game, but the life. Buddy Hield's story is proof that true wealth doesn't shout. It moves in silence, guided by faith, grit, and strategy. He turned jump shots into generational impact. For more stories behind the luxury, fame, and quiet power of modern icons, subscribe and join the conversation below.